Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Joanna and this is update number 4 of 642 Tiny Things to Draw. First up we have a worry doll. I went for kind of a ragdoll-like feel because I flippin' love ragdolls. After outlining it in Micron, I scribbled over the entire page with graphite and then scribbled it out with my finger to darken the whole page. Now coming in with a colored pencil, I chose orange and gray. I used a black colored pencil for the shading on the doll, and then for the shading on the background page, I used all graphite and smudged it out with my finger. Lastly, added in all the stitches with Micron, and now going on to the second prompt, which is a mouth harp. I didn't even know this was a thing, so I had to look it up. Sketched out with pencil, outlined with Micron, colored in with colored pencil, you know the drill. I used an actual highlighter for the highlights, and then pilot pens for the shading, and then for the background went back to colored pencils, and then more shading with pilot pens. Added some music notes and I called it done. Moving on. This is sea glass and I honestly didn't really know how to go about this. I sketched it out straight with colored pencil, didn't even use graphite. I used a mix of blue and green colored pencils for all the shading and a little bit of yellow to try to get that glow of the sunlight coming through, and I decided not to outline this one to keep that soft, smooth edge. Filled in the background with a light tan for sand, again using yellow to try to get that glow of the sunlight through the glass, went back in with a darker brown for shading and then added texture. Didn't set up my phone holder for these next few because I'm stressing that takes time, so pictures, here we have a cleft chin. I sketched it out but the shape was weird, so I fixed it and started adding the mouth, and then that's all I felt like doing because it was late and I was tired, so I'm leaving it as a sketch. There you go. Moving on, we have a yellow polka dot bikini. Outlined it with pilot pen, then coming in with the bright yellow highlighter because colors, and then coming in with the pilot pen again to add the polka dots. Filled in the background with colored pencil, added a price tag and a sale sign to make it an ad, and I called it done. I am tired, my god. Here we have a watch chain. I used a couple shades of yellow colored pencil to try to make it look gold and get the highlight and all that, and then for the background I used blue because I thought the colors looked nice together, and then I used a whole bunch of lines with Micron to try to get like a plaid texture, and it came out super messy. We're gonna ignore that. Moving on. A fiber optic cable, another thing I never heard of before and had to look it up. This one is completely colored in with Microns and pens, and I like how it came out. It's really sketchy and textured and vibrant colors. I think it looks really cool. Next we have small talk, and I thought my idea was really cute by just having a couple little speech bubbles, keeping it really simple and plain, but the execution came out really, simple and plain, and I definitely could have done more with it. I just don't know what. I probably could have done more with the background or added super tiny, hard to read words in the speech bubbles. I don't know. I might revisit this later, but for now I'm calling it done. And lastly, we have spilled salt. I love how the contrast came out with this in the end. So first I sketched out the salt shaker and then added all of the salts spilling out of little holes. There were some really tiny spaces around the object itself, so I filled that in with the smaller Micron first, and then I filled in the background with the bigger Micron, and then I came in with a gray colored pencil to add some shading, and there we go. High contrast, I love it. Woo! Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I am doing my best to do weekly or bi-weekly updates on this doodle book, and I'm doing my best to draw at least one little doodle a day, and so far it's going pretty well. So stay tuned for the next update.